Yes.
We're not even going to tell you about it. And it's not important yet.
I've seen a little sneak peek.
You're not going to say anything.
If you want to see that,
Don't.
you gotta.
You're not gonna. You can beck and plead all you want. You're not gonna.
You're not
gonna.
I
tell you something. You're not gonna see it, pal.
There's-
Relax.
there's only-
Relax. Get down from the chair.
There's only one way you can get to see that.
That's
and
not
that
at
is-
all. Hello, my name is Victor Madsen. I am the CEO and founder of Shenanigans Corp. And this is Kevin96. He is my good colleague, my friend, my good companion. And together, we will explore topics.
Exactly.
Take it away.
Yes. So, welcome to yet another episode. We have been looking forward to this. We have done a lot of work to get the last episode up and running, and finally we are here.
Right.
And can start focusing on this.
This is our main focus. not our main. We have the Waffle Man as our focus, and we're actually developing issue number 2. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. And we cannot reveal anything because then you guys would not buy it when it hits the streets. Okay, we're not gonna tell you anything about it.
Anything about it?
Anything about it. Any goddamn thing about it.
No. So leave me alone.
Leave me alone. What's that from? What's that?
Jeg kan ikke huske det.
That's funny. You gotta leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You gotta leave me alone because I don't know. Leave me alone, man. That's a funny character.
But what we have been up to today, we have been working on building some musical material. Because further on, we want to be behind every part of the production of this.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because, like, as you see out there in the comic and cartoon worlds, what happens is a studio will just be like, hey, we have an idea and we have some people and whatever, and they go into development and then they start development. But what about like the music side of it? Because I'm so fairly convinced that if you have an idea, a concept, a show, a comic book, I just want that idea to be so it should encompass so much, like the emotional range of the feeling you get when you see the show or get the cartoon, is that it's such a complete feeling. That you can take the feeling and apply it to other aspects of the franchise, right?
Yes.
And that's very interesting because if you can do that, if you can actually build and construct that feeling and have it translate into other aspects, then you have something very, very good, very, very strong. It's not just a piece of content. It's not just a movie or a cartoon or an episode. It's
stylishly streamlined.
Yeah, and it will have a stronger tie to the fan base if you can make it really really substantial and not. That's why in the first episode I said you have to go in wholehearted, like 150%. Because if you do that, then you're gonna care so much about the end product that you cannot help but make a great kind of thing. Like you want we want it to be very great. Like we're taking our time with this, and we're not rushing, or we're not trying to get it done fast. Like I would say we have a pace and we have a deadline and all that, but we're not trying to rush it into being unfinished.
Yes, we're not just trying to get it over with.
No, we really enjoy it actually.
But I would say also about that musical part, when we ourselves produce the music also for the
Yeah.
cartoon later on.
That's going to be extra revenue on the show, right?
Also that, and besides that, the whole idea of the whole thing, everything combined,
Right.
it would be more pure.
Yeah. It'll be a sound image. It'll be a visual image, and it'll be an emotional image, and that's interesting that we can construct that, right?
Yes, and it would be much closer to the actual first time you had the idea,
Yeah.
because you made it yourself. You didn't
Right.
have to outsource it.
Exactly.
Somebody didn't have to translate
Right.
the whole idea.
Yeah, and try to convey it. Yeah, it's so true. You get sort of. It's interesting because in the art world, this is a 2D thing, right? But when we do it like this, and it eventually becomes a show and all that, then it becomes such. It's not just one frame; it's 24 per second, right?
Yes.
And then it's with sound, with animation, with voices, with background, like
Multidimensional.
multi-dimensional in such a way that it can encapsulate so much creativity in and of itself. Like the medium
Yes.
can contain that, right?
Like, that's like we talked about in the last episode. We're building a universe.
Yeah.
And the more vivid, the more dimensions we can add to the whole thing, the more life there's to be lived within this universe.
Yeah.
So that's pretty badass.
Pretty badass, and if you don't like it, you can get the hell out of here. Get out! Huh? Get out of here if you don't like that! If you're not gonna like...
Yes, yes, yes. So,
And that's that's it. I spazzed out. I have to spaz out. If I don't spaz out, I can't do this. I have to spaz out. I'm a spaz, you know. Do you ever have that, like, crazy moments where you're just like, oh, now I gotta let off some steam?
I take care of that in privacy.
Really?
Yes.
I do it on camera. No, but I have that thing where I have a build-up of craziness that I have to. It's a valve, you know. I have to get the pressure, and I do it in the shower. I don't sing that much, but when I sing, it sounds wild, and then I get to be weird in the shower.
I feel like I can definitely relate. But at one point in my life, I realized if I don't let it steam out, and I have this massive build-up inside of me, if I get robbed one day, and I realize that I have this
Oh, they're gonna get it.
time bomb,
Oh, it's oh man,
They're
it's a
gonna get it.
landmine, landfill.
Yes.
Don't step on it.
yes,
It's true, but it's also it's cathartic, right? It's very cathartic.
what does that mean?
Just a good relief.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
when it's cathartic, it's like you had a good run, and then now you're tired, but you feel good because of the dopamine. It's
Yes,
very cathartic.
okay, yes. But it's also like what you acclimate yourself to do. Like if you acclimate yourself to every
What
now
does
and
acclimate mean?
then, like
Learning word.
yes, acclimating is like when you walk up Mount Everest,
Yeah.
you acclimate yourself to higher altitudes.
Ah, so you prepare yourself.
Yes, so if you prepare
adapt.
yourself, if you adapt yourself
Right.
to every now and then through a process, you have to burn out.
Right.
So you can like look back, okay, how was this burn out? And how was this? But
Interesting.
it's funny how people acclimate and adapt
Yeah?
differently.
Are you talking about like Shenanigans Corp or just like in general?
Like in general, but also like in
We've
terms-
come a long way just in the time we've built this, right?
yes, definitely.
It's interesting to see that everyone kind of rise to the occasion. Even
Yes.
Freya is man, she's getting better by the day.
Yes.
It's very wild that there's a positive progress, and
it's also a little bit funny because we feel like, oh my God, this has been a journey. But when you viewers out there watch this, it's for you like you've only just begun.
Oh, we've just begun. It's
Yes.
not even the tip of the iceberg. It's a little puddle. It's not even an
Yes.
iceberg yet.
And I feel like I'm gonna reach a point in this process where I'm gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's coming. Oh, it's
Yes,
coming.
I feel like it.
Yeah, it's coming. When we just have some profit, like right now, there's nothing. There's no way of revenue. There's no nothing. We're just building in secret, kind of, right?
Yes.
We're building this comic book in secret, and when it's fucking launching and people can buy it and get their hands on it, that's when then we have a business. Then we have a schedule, a deadline, you know.
Yes.
And as soon as the first one hits in March 25, then we're like, it's 2 months apart from the next one comes out, and we just have to be ready, you know.
Yes.
I want to keep that buffer period like 8 months in advance,
Yes.
so that we have so much time and don't have to rush anything and say, look, this is our time advantage. So we always just have a year to 8 months of advance, because then by that time we can scale production so efficiently and have so many cartoonists and writers and whatnot on that we can actually say, oh, now it's not only this magazine we can do other magazines, because now, you know, and that's how you do a comic book. That's how you do multiple comic books, actually. That's how you have a like Dark Horse Comics and Image Comics and Marvel and DC and all that. That's how they do it. They just have multiple cartoonists on the same thing. And
Yes. It also makes perfect sense.
yeah, and wait till that happens, because there's so many ideas we want to make. Oh, Waffleman is just one thing, but wait till the other ones. Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
We're not even going to tell you about it. And it's not
I've
important
seen
yet.
I've seen a little sneak
Yeah,
peek, and
you're not going to say anything.
if you want to see that,
Don't.
you gotta.
You're not gonna. You can beg and plead all you want. You're not gonna.
There's
You're
only-
not gonna.
there's
I
only-
tell you something. You're not gonna see it, pal.
There's-
Relax.
there's only-
Relax. Get down from the chair.
There's only one way you can get to see that.
That's
and
not
that
at
is-
all.
And
That's not at all, pal. You're not gonna.
if they support Waffleman,
Yeah.
that's
If you
the only
support,
opportunity.
that's right. If you support Waffleman, maybe there's a slight hint of maybe down the line. Maybe you get a sneak peek on what's to come. But Waffleman has to become a massive success, and it can only be that with your help, pal. So I hope you're gonna love it. I hope you're gonna like it and gonna love it, because I will. We will. We fucking love it.
We do.
We're such big fans of Waffleman that we just want to invite people in who are also fans of Waffleman. If you are a fan, come say hi. Come introduce yourself. We want to meet you, because if you like Waffleman, we're going to like you. There's no doubt about it. And you're going to be awesome. And we're just going to be friends. And there's no way you can change that. We're going to be friends. So, yeah, that's how it is.
If
That's the rules.
you want to help, also, we can figure something out.
Yeah, if you want to help out, come join the company and work for free. We got you. We got you in work experience and morals, ethics, blunder, shits and giggles, and shenanigans, of course.
Yes. And if you make us rich, don't worry. We're not going to tie you up in the basement.
Not yet.
Not yet.
God damn it, you told them that about the basement and all about the tying up. You shouldn't have told them that, dude. Now they're gonna run for the hills. They're not gonna support Waffleman. God damn, dude. What the hell are you? What did you say that for? Now they're gonna know that we're fucked up, man. And this goddamn shit. It's not a joke. That we mean it in goddamn seriousness. You spoiled it all. It's Shenanigans Corp. We can have shenanigans here, and if we can't, then what the fuck are we eating?
Yes.
You know, we gotta have a little slice of shenanigans.
Yes.
That's how we want it. That's our diet. It's a good diet. It's full of laughter. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about.
Myself?
No, not interesting. Fuck. He's an asshole boss, but he's at least funny. He's got the puns. Tell me about your favorite character in Waffleman that isn't Waffleman.
My favorite character? I would say it's either Unfortunate John or it's the policeman Wilhelm.
Oh, Wilhelm.
Yes.
Okay. I like that you said Wilhelm.
Well, I love him.
He's cool. He's a cool. He's a pig and a policeman.
Yes.
He's cool.
And he has a MySpace account.
He has a MySpace account, and
he used to be a emo kid.
he used to be emo, but now he's police, so that's
Yes.
good. And he can, he can rock out. It's not even in the story; it's backstory.
Yes. It's lore.
It's lore.
Yes. So I think
And
I can tell about it without
Yeah.
spoiling the story.
We got to do that, by the way. Content. That's funny content.
Yes.
Message boards. We have to do that. Do that now. On Twitter. So it's the Twitter thread.
That would be funny.
High five. We're gonna do that. Note that right now. We're gonna put it. We're gonna make that right
Yes.
now.
Yes. It's noted.
It's noted. Notoriety.
Yes.
Cool. See, this is what a company is. We just. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's implement it. We're so fast to implementation here,
Yes.
and that's our strength. If we're slow, man, it's bureaucratic. That's what we said in the. We don't have any managers, luckily.
Yes.
Could you imagine what Shenanigans Corp would look like if we had managers? What would just right now? There's a manager here. Imagine how
That would be
how
so
would it
weird.
play out? You know?
He would. That wouldn't work.
Right? What are you gonna do, Mr. Manager? Manage us? Are you gonna manage us? How you manage us? How are you gonna manage us? We're managing ourselves.
Yes. True.
That's so. I just have a strong hate towards managers.
Well, it's like in a slaughtering factory, you have these people who slap the pigs
Yeah.
in the ass to make them walk forward in the
Right.
maze.
Yeah,
That's like managing.
that's a lot. Yeah, and but isn't it funny that instead of a manager, you could save that money and just educate your team to have managerial aspects, but while having, a creative outlet in like they're doing
Yes.
something that isn't mainly managerial. They're doing project-based things or
I also feel like having a manager takes something away from
the magic.
the other people who works under the manager.
Yeah.
Because that's like, okay, now I don't have to use that part of my brain anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. You're actually learning, what's it called? Learned helplessness, right?
Yes.
And it also shows that you don't trust your talent, right? You
Yes.
don't trust them enough to meet the deadlines and get things done and all that. And I think it's an old structure of a company, right? Where it's like back in the day, it would be very good to have just a hierarchy, and then you have the boss at the top, and then everyone, it trickles down. And I think there's also a thing where it's people having jobs that are hard to define with a title, or people lack like an impressive title, and manager is just, it could be any kind of manager nowadays, but back then I think it was way more prestigious to be,
Yes,
I'm a
yes.
manager of 10 people in whatever kind of
Yes.
business, right? But we're just not gonna do that. It's gonna be way more. I'm gonna put a lot of. I want to be in on every hiring decision when we get it.
Yes.
Like, I'm not even gonna.
I also feel like when we don't have a manager, I can start to look at myself and start evaluating my own process.
Yeah.
Instead of letting other people evaluate
Right,
it.
exactly. And that's the whole point. So all I want is efficiency across the board, right? I want clear efficiency. And that efficiency, I believe, if I give you full-on transparency to be as efficient as possible, we're talking you have a budget for your efficiency. So let's say it's softwares, it's scheduling, it's whatever you may need for your efficiency, and then you can say, I need to do this amount of work as fast as possible with the same quality of control, right?
Yes.
You quality control your own shit, but let's say you find a way to do that in 4 hours instead of a week. Nice. That's
Yes.
very efficient. That's very good. We need that. We just need your workload. And then it's like, okay, cool. How much other things can you make efficient, right?
Yes.
Like, so I think there's such a good, we could also even do it competitively, right? Like if we're internally and we say, look, today, every one of you has a process. Like I could imagine standing on stage, right? And talking to the whole company. Look, guys, you guys are awesome. And I want to put on a prize. Today, I want to see someone who's currently working the way they do, the one who can do it the fastest or in the most efficient way at the end of the day and shows me the result they gained and their time frame they gained it and what they did to do it, is going to win $100,000 bonus today. $100,000 bonus.
In cash.
In cash. We got the duffel bag right here. Wouldn't that be cool? And then people are like, oh shit, that's a good bonus. That's hey, I need to change my taxes kind of bonus, you know?
And then that person would have to like teach everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's their own process, they would have to teach it. If it's a process that involves other people's workflow and whatnot, of course. And then it's going to implement.
They would get on the podcast.
Yeah, tell us, how did you do it, sir or ma'am? Okay, so my whole point is the bonus of 100,000 is going to be very nice for that person, and it's well rewarded, right? But for us, we're going to make so much more because of that efficiency being implemented.
Yes.
And I believe there's a way that says the more efficient you can make a company while still having the same output, that's great. I want that. I want but yeah. So that would be a dream company to have, and I'm so dedicated to doing, like, I just want to do this the rest of my life. I want to just make an efficient machine, full of, right?
The trick word is evolution.
Evolution.
Or ascension.
Ascension, yeah. Imagine just being able to build that. Oh, I would love it. I would love it.
Yes.
And then it's something fun that we care about, and we get to work every day, and we just know that we're building something amazing together.
Yes. And what would happen within this whole situation? That would probably also give birth to some more material.
Oh yeah, lots.
Some more
just
product.
When we get Waffleman off the ground and it's successful and it's just generating revenue, we're gonna launch all kinds of things. Like I have a list of things we're gonna launch, and
Yes.
there's data on it, and there's people, like groups of people that we're gonna. I have it all. It's ready to go as soon as the jackpot hits.
Yes.
When Waffleman hits, everything else will align, and it's gonna be very, very wild. And we're gonna make money. You're gonna finally get a paycheck, man. Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice to actually have money? But
then I would be promoted
You
from
will
the
be-
sofa to the bedroom.
that's right.
Come in here under the covers.
No, but that's
No.
yeah.
Let's cut that out.
It's like Me Too, and it's so wrong, and it's like fucking but so funny. You're gonna get a promotion now, and I'm not even gay. I gotta feel you up now.
Finally, I can get that mattress I've been dreaming about.
Hey, come in here. I have an iPad for you under the covers. I have a computer here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some new socks.
I hope you like socks that aren't full of cum.
Yes, finally.
Fuck. My God, that's funny.
But
And
you know, that's all about being optimistic
Yeah.
and like looking at where you are now with gratitude
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
still
I
looking
do.
forward.
Yeah, I am. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful just I get to do this every day. Really. Like, it's the best thing. It's the best, it's just the best life, man. This is it. I've just always, can I just find a way to have fun every day and do something ambitious and build something big with awesome people, you know?
I feel like that was what God was thinking
Yeah.
before he created
Yeah, and now we're going deep.
the world.
Yeah, you never know.
We were made in his image.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
I know a guy who would definitely agree.
Yeah.
But let's not
Shout
talk
out to yeah, but yeah, it's but that's what is God, right? Is it an organized religion, or what is it?
Should we clarify our own beliefs?
Yeah, we
Just
could. We could.
for entertainment's sake.
Yeah, let's do it.
You don't have to agree. And
But if you disagree, do it away from the comment section.
yes, because we will set you straight.
Yeah.
No, this is an open space.
Yeah, it is.
And
We're talking freely here.
yes, no politics.
No politics. Should I start, or do you want to start?
I can start.
You start. Here we go.
I believe.
In the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
No.
I believe that we all come from a particular source, everything that exists.
Mm.
And within our hearts, we are still connected to everything there is, and this source, this special gravy sauce.
Mm.
And there's a particular way the whole universe works. I've heard the sentence that God is within the word, and that is how we construct everything with words and with our minds. And I believe that the universe is
Conscious.
yes, and I believe that everything that exists, before it was existing mentally. So everything spins from the mental. And I believe some of you already have read those books also.
Mm.
But that's what I believe in.
And it's kind of the same. Oh, did it stop?
Oh, I'm gonna start again.
Maybe the card is full. Is it full? We're back at it. Bam. And I believe it's the same, but I'm also like I feel I need to emphasize that it's not an organized religion that I believe in. I believe in all the religions, and I believe that all the religions are actually right, and are talking about the same thing, but just from their own like point of view,
Yes.
race, or like cultural viewpoint, right? And I also believe that it is important to have that individual
Point of view.
because despite the point of view, it's the same message that anyone who has a religion believes in, and that is the eternal source of love, right?
And
I would
the
hope.
eternal soul also.
Right. It's that we believe that there is a higher power that is out of love, and that it could be God, it could be the universe, it could be Allah, it could be Krishna, it could be Harry from down the street. Maybe not, but it could. But
Yes.
for me, I also believe that God is in everything, like in every aspect of our reality, and I believe that there's we are taken care of here on Earth. There's a way that if you connect with that source love, that you get to. I think that you get to experience the most out of life, not the least. Like, if you think of an atheist, if you just a typical one that doesn't believe in anything, what kind of you have to have some sort of compass for your for making sense of the world. Like, you would have to have some sort of this is how I make sense of the world, right?
Yes.
If you're an atheist, then misery just happens, and happiness, or it just happens out of nothing. Like, it's not because you don't believe in a higher reason, or a higher purpose, or a higher faith, or there's nothing. Destiny. There's no
destiny.
inherent logical thing. Like, it's just arbitrary and by happenstance, right? But that's not how I see it.
And no disrespect.
And
to
no
atheism.
disrespect. You can believe whatever you want out there, right? But I've talked with some atheists, and I've always it has always fascinated me that what has your back, like when it really hits the fan, when you're down in the gutter, what has your back? If there's nothing you believe in, what the fuck has your back? Like, how do you get up? What keeps you going if you don't? Am I right? Like, because
Yes.
in my I've been down in the gutter. Like, I've really had some hard times, right?
I've been there too.
Right? And for me, it always helped that, well, there must be a reason for it. Like, there must be. It's not just endless misery for the sake of misery. There's something that I need to do on this planet.
Actually, I heard this from an atheist.
Okay.
Now that we're talking about it,
Uh-huh.
he was like, "There's no meaning besides the meaning you make for yourself," and that was kind of beautiful, because that takes the whole artistic being within yourself back to the whole picture.
Yeah. It goes back, and then it's oh, well, interesting, right?
Yes.
Um,
Funny.
Yeah.
We talked about this right now.
Right.
Yes.
But